Now, you can copy this. You can put it on Facebook. You can put it on Instagram. If people come up and they put their Snapchat on it and take a picture of it, you instantly become connected. All right, so a funny story. My nephew is about 6'4", real big, good-looking football player, senior this year. He went with us to Florida last year. He actually got his Snapchat unique identifier on a T-shirt. Because he said that way it was easier for the honeys to just come up and take a picture and get his... Right? This is a true story. Now, here's the reality. My daughter and that generation all the way up through college, their thing is what's your Snap, not what's your phone number. They want to communicate this way. Now, in San Antonio, we have younger agents, 24 to 28, that they don't send us text messages or emails. They send us Snapchats. If you have a consumer that wants to communicate this way, then you need to communicate. I mean, you get stuff from me all the time. Sometimes I just go down and send y'all, like, I'm just like,
the thing about it is, like, you have to remember to save it, because a lot of times people are communicating, I'm like, what were we talking about? They're like, I don't even know.
Yeah. Okay, so originally when Snapchat came out, this was the sexting app. Okay, I mean that, and so it did catch a little bit of a bad rap. Now Gary Vee invested in it, a lot of entrepreneurs invested in it. It's become a big thing. So I'm going to show you how to save your conversations, because your conversations via text message will erase in 24 hours. Or I'm sorry, they will erase within a few minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. The things on your story will typically erase within 24 to 36 hours. All right. Now you have a score here. Now I'm going to show you how to get your score up. All right. So my score is 3,206. That's very, very low. My daughter's score is like 200,000. Okay, and I'm going to show you why. All right, so I got little trophies. Now, add friend. So here, I'm going to click, I don't know who this is. Oh, Karen Campbell. So we did this class yesterday at her office. So now she and I are friends. All right, so now I'm going to start to see her stuff. All right, my story. This means 26 people in the last 24 hours watch my story. All right, you would be amazed at how many people are paying attention to what you've got going on. All right, and then you can create a new story. So right over here, we're going to hit this. So you can see I sent my wife a message. All right, it was delivered at 1:48. Ranger Smith added to his story. Oh, so you got all sorts of people coming in here. So Ranger Smith added to his story on Tuesday at 4:28. My daughter opened what I sent her. So I sent this, and because it was a video, it hasn't been opened yet. I sent the same video to my daughter. It's open. Okay. Don't get too overwhelmed. It's not that. But here, Kiki's, you hear that? I should have eaten this morning. All right. So this is a way to communicate with people. And then if it's got the circle here, so let's see what Ranger was doing. So you click on the circle.
Oh, it's freaky.
I
can't even look at it.
Oh, it's not even, for whatever reason, it's not coming through.
Brain man.
Right? All right, so yeah. So, and then if you want to move forward, you just click on it. Right? So, and then you just keep clicking. So, Aaron, wait a minute, I can see what's going on there, right? So, they're using the filters. Rui, I gotta have a picture of the dog. I think the dog died, so that's kind of sad, right? So, we're just scrolling through here. These are just, so a closing, I mean, so right now, guys, Snapchat is where Facebook was. Whoops. There we go. Snapchat is where Facebook was 15 years ago. This is a way for people to see what you do all day long, right? We used to, on Facebook, would go in multiple times a day and say, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Now, this is a great way for people to see what you do all day long, but in video and in pictures and be entertained, okay? Now, if you go over here to the bottom right-hand corner, we click on this. This is, well, Kim's response to airbrush rumors. All right, there you go. So we got Gary Vee, we got LeBron James. This is basically like, a Yahoo News feed, okay? But it's typically going to be celebrities or things that you've, kind of followed, all right? Yesterday, like Grant Cardone was in my stuff, so if you hit the little circle button at the bottom, this is obviously where you guys come into play, all right? So what I'm going to do, Kiki, so look, Kiki sent me a snap. All right, thank you. I was going to ask someone to send me a snap. All right, so if you are working with someone that uses Snapchat a lot, what you never want to do is leave them on red. That is the most offensive thing you could ever possibly do. What that basically means is you're not reading their stuff. It's the equivalent of sending a text and never getting an answer back. And people take that very, very personally. They talk about, they left me on red. Okay, so let's see what it is. Looking good today. I like it. All right. So now I can respond to her with a chat, right? Now this is what the, whoops. Here we go. So I can type something back to her, right? So I'm going to say, that's awesome, right? Now the other thing I can do, so then I can hit send, or I can do this. Now this is what you see a lot of people do. So you ever see the kids out there and they're all like, right? They're basically creating human emojis. That's really what it is, okay? And then I hit the T for text, and I can say, that was awesome, all right? And then I'm done. I can move this around, and I'm going to send that back to Kiki. When you send a message with a photo and verbiage on it, that's how your score goes up. That's how kids communicate today, okay? So, but when I say kids, they might be 27 years old and just out of college. All right, they want to be entertained. It's an entertainment thing. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to post on your story. So here, I'm going to just take a photo of myself. Here, I'll take a photo with you guys, right? Y'all say hi. All right, there we go. All right, so that's just a photo. I hit the text. I say training today with Abby. Exclamation point. I'm going to pick big text. I'm going to hit done. I'm going to shrink it down. I'm going to move it over, and I'm going to turn it sideways because that's super cool. All right, now, this bottom button right here is the save button. So I always save everything. That means I'm saving it to my phone, okay? I'm going to show you why, because we're going to take the things that you do here and then transition it over to Instagram and Facebook. So I hit the little blue button. So I'm going to put this on my story right up here at the top. I'm going to send it to Kiki, Karen, Diane, Jane, I don't know, Callie, Mark, Melissa, Michael, Rosemarie, Shannon, right? I'm just going through. I mean, they're going to be really excited to get all these. I get to pick and choose who I want to send it to, and then I hit send. All right? So now they're going to get some sort of message from me. Now, if I go back over here, oops. Go back. Right here, I can look at my story. Those are the people that saw it. Sorry, I'm getting all sorts of messages. Yep. I'm sorry?
When you send it out, it goes to your story?
No, you have to pick your story.
Okay.
So, like, that one I put on my story, okay? Because I want people to see it, all right? So, I can create a new story. You can have private stories, custom stories, geo stories. I don't go that detailed. Right, let me get here. Where'd my story go?
What's a geo story?
I have no idea.
I think it does like your location.
Oh, there you go. Glad April showed up today. All right, where's my story?
Or a lot of times if there's like a big event near. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. All right, so my story, so that was yesterday. This was my creepy face talking about how we like selling homes, right? So, right, there's another thing that we did yesterday, okay? So now people can go on and just see what it is I did all day, right? So they might say, oh, it was a great training, or they might private message me. So for you guys, and look, I can just push through, okay, and then there's you guys today, all right? Now, what you want to do is you want to have fun with it, all right? So in this scenario, you hold down on the face, and now look at the bottom. So I get to pick, so there it is. Oh, yeah. Sexy. All right, go through here. We got that. We got that. That's kind of fun. I don't know what the hell this is.
It's funny to do it to TV shows too.
Oh. Who wants to buy a house? Now, these are voice changers, but imagine if you shot an entire video like this, and you're like, yeah, let's buy a house, right? Or maybe like, you know, like Ranger did. I mean, for those of you that are super cute, you know, why would you not do an open house video for this weekend? It's going to be Easter. People are probably going to watch it. You know, that one's been on there a while. This one, watch. All right, stick your tongue out. Okay, voice changer, some other things here. You know, I mean, I got a tail. I mean, you can't, you know. I mean, seriously. I mean, but, you know, they're just fun stuff, right? Now, watch this. Is it this one? So now look. If you flip it around, it'll show you what you can do, right? So you can say, you know, you could take a picture of the home and have this person, have it jumping up and down. So like I could be like, they are so excited to be doing class today that they're actually jumping on the tables here, right? And so now there we go. and then I'm just gonna take and put it to my story. Okay, so that's another thing. All right, so let me flip it back around here. Oops. All right, so we're gonna flip it back around. So let's see what else we got. Because it is Final Four time, so I bet this has something to do with the Final Four, maybe? So it took my Bitmoji and did that. I don't know, let's see what this one is. I don't even know what this is. Oh, look, I have little eggs, right? Try and chat with your friends, that's kind of cool.
Yuck.
Now that one's weird.
That one's awesome.
You know. Oh yeah, I'm dancing. It's a good time, right? But I mean, just having fun. All right. Any questions on that? It's pretty simple. I want you to play with it, have fun with it, do an open house with it. Now, let's go over here to Instagram. All right, so Instagram is got stories also. Okay, so same kind of concept. So like, we'll go with the hardcore closer since there's no volume. One I have to hear is profanities, but I want to show you why. So on Instagram and Facebook, okay, it's taking a minute because one, either I have mediocre coverage, or two, he's got a lot of stories. You'll see little dashes at the top. That's because that's telling you how many of these he has. Okay, it doesn't do that on Snapchat. On Snapchat, you just have to click through, and then when it's done, it jumps to the next person. All right, well, maybe that's too many. Well, we'll come back. So right here, everyone has Instagram, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna sell with photos. There's ads on Instagram now. I don't know if y'all knew that. Mm-hmm. No, notice this. It auto plays. Oh, here we go. Okay, so see all these up here? Mm-hmm. This, if I click through, he's talking about how he had to fire somebody. So basically, a guy that works 3 offices down from him, like in his office, that he hired, he fired last week. He's like, hey, where are you? And the guy's like, oh, I just ran to the bathroom. We just must have missed each other. And then like an hour later, he's like, dude, where are you? Oh, I had to run to my car. The guy never showed up like all day long. And so he was like, there's no way there's a coincidence. But you can see here, he's posting a lot of stuff. And as you click through, it'll just go through, okay? So you guys should be doing that sort of stuff with, your open houses, your vlogs, things like that. Now remember here, this is just like Facebook, all right? Every day decide what kind of day you want to have. Okay, so obviously that was at the awards yesterday. We've got someone with their, let's see. Okay, I was gonna say, that's a country music singer. So for Carolee. But in order to get the interaction on here, you want likes, comments. Sharing is not as big a deal on Instagram, but you remember we talked about selling with photos, not just photos of the home, okay? So that's why you see a lot of this kind of stuff, right? So what he did is he created a meme, saved it to his phone, and put it here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit the plus sign. I'm going to hit this. I'm gonna shrink it down a little bit. Get my nose, make it scary. Hit next. Now in here I can pick colors and things like that, okay? So that's kind of fun, right? Then you hit next again. I can tag people. I can write a caption. Great. Training today. Now, if you take a normal photo like this, it'll fit when you shrink it in, but it is what it is. Great training today. So, okay. Now, remember, we talked about if you ever came to the classes before, you want to share it directly to Facebook from Instagram. We don't want to do that anymore. Do y'all know why? Do you remember?
Break up?
No. Here's why. What has happened is they've changed the settings. So the photo will be seen by everybody that you're connected with on Instagram, and people can go search you and all that. When it jumps to Facebook, when it's integrated like this, what happens now is it only is seen by your friends. You would actually have to go into that photo and change the privacy settings. So we're not doing that anymore. See, that's what $50,000 last month got me. That's the information that the Facebook rep informed us of here recently. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just hit share, and so now it's there, all right? If you hold this down, I can add to my story. So now I can take a photo. So have y'all seen the boomerang? Mm-hmm. Right? So
we have to move. we have to like.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, let's do that. Well, here, let me do this first.
She needs to set quiet a bit. She's the queen of it.
All right, so we bring it here, right? And we got the faces, and so here's some faces, right? So, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm selling houses. I'm awesome. Right, and then we got, which is kind of weird there, but raise your eyebrows so that my ears should go up or something. Oh, there we go. You know, the hearts. Oh, yeah, this, oh, wait, where'd the hearts go? Yeah, this one's kind of funny. I love selling real estate so much. Okay, so you got that. You know, but there again, right? Have fun. I'm so sad because I didn't get that sale. I'm happy because I got a sale. I mean, right? But have fun with it. They called another lender. I'm going to do that one today. I don't know what this one is.
Oh, that's just weird.
You know.
I don't like that.
So, I think it's really important that you buy this house. Okay? Now, this one's weird. Hey, guys. Hey, who wants to buy a house? I mean, so, you know, have fun with it. But all the different filters there. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take away the filters. We're going to just add just something quick. So, I've already added to that story. We're going to add to this story. I'll take a picture of you guys because it has nothing to do with me. Boom. Now you can still do the video. Now at this point you can save it to your phone again, or you can just add it to your story, or you can send it to people. Same thing, okay? So we're just gonna add it to our story. There are experts that will tell you that in the next 3 years that Instagram stories will surpass Snapchat stories, okay? So you need to be jumping on this train. Obviously there's more people on Instagram than there are on Snapchat. Okay, because typically, the only reason we originally got Snapchat was because my daughter had Snapchat and we wanted to know what the hell was going on. Okay, because we knew. In fact, let's go back there to Snapchat. So, Kiki, will you send me another message, please?
Oh, certainly. Do you want a message like a chat or a pic?
A message like a chat.
Okay.
Do you have her location settings on so you can see where she is or her phone is on Snapchat?
The one on Snapchat doesn't really work, but look, I can see that my daughter right now is at Foster High School.
Good for her.
So she's right where she's supposed to be. Because
that's where her phone is.
That's where, okay, that's at least where her phone is.
My niece was
Why are you trying to do that?
I left my phone at my girlfriend's house and I went to stay with my boyfriend. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we just went to the other person's house. Yeah, no, so we did this because one day, so every day she texts us and says, I'm leaving school. You know, she just got her license like a month ago. I'm leaving school. I'm going to go to Starbucks, which it's literally in front of our neighborhood, like at the entrance. 48 minutes later, she still wasn't home. Except for school to Starbucks is like 12 minutes. So we got a little worried because she'd only been driving like a week. All right, so we put her on. She's like, you don't trust me? It's like, it has nothing to do with trust. It has everything to do with if you're in a ditch, I can find you kind of thing. All right, so.
Wait. What's that?
What's what?
Life 360.
It's just a tracking app.
Yeah, it's a tracking app.
It tells me how much phone she has. It's more accurate because Snapchat says you're in like a general area.
Right.
Like, watch. Here.
Even Apple's Find Friends, it's really like if you do
Like,
the Find Friends app, it gets
Dude,
in Twitter.
she's in the building. If she starts walking, it'll show moving.
Right.
Look, like my wife, I should go, hey, you need to charge your phone.
That's scary.
So like that's my house.
But you only do
With
it.
my trampoline, so that's relatively new.
You only do it with people that you know, or
They have to accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to accept
So
it.
did you go download? Sorry to be off.
Life
the minute.
360.
But did you download it on her phone?
It's just an app, and then I accept, and then there's a code, and I just grabbed her phone and said, "You want your phone? This is the deal."
Yeah.
You know. But now I can watch her move, and like, so if she says she's going to Starbucks, and she ends up at, you know, whatever. Yeah. Some dude's house, and anyway. And it was funny. She was like, "Well, now Mom can track you." I'm like, "I don't care. I'm not hiding anything. Mom can come spend the day with me if she wants." All right. So now we've got a message. So let's go back here. So click here on here. So Kiki sent me a message. In order to, so notice, right? Chatty chat. I want tacos. If you hold it down, I save it in the chat. That will not go away now. You can see here, she and I've had conversations or sent things. These are the things I've opened that she sent me. They don't show up. So we did this with my daughter because this is how they communicate. I wanted to know what the hell was going on. Well, what was funny is there would be missing. You could tell the conversation didn't make any sense. It went from I'm wanting tacos to what are we doing, Saturday night. Well, like what happened over 3 days? Okay, but if you are going to communicate with a consumer and they do communicate this way, save it. Otherwise, you will not have record.
How do you save it again?
You just hold it down and hit save in chat.
Okay.
Okay. So now I can unsave it, or but you hold it down and then it'll say save in chat and you just hit yes. Okay. So, and you can save what you send to them too. So if I say I like tacos too, which I had tacos last night. Right. So I like tacos. All right. And then I hold it down. See, save in chat. So now that will save there. It won't go away. So now it's just like a text message. Okay. Again, have fun with it. All right. So now let's jump over here to the book of the face, where 2 billion people are. All right, looky here. We have stories here too. Holy crap. Because, stories on Snapchat wasn't enough. So I told you guys in class 3, Snapchat was offered to be purchased by Facebook. Facebook said no. So Facebook said, well, that's fine. We have more money and we already have a platform, Instagram. And then what they realized was this is a pretty cool thing. And there's some people that only play on Instagram, and there's some people that only play on Facebook. Sorry. So now we have these. So same thing. Click on Naomi's story, and then you just scroll through. So notice there's 3 here. Just having fun. It's official. That's kind of cool. Ranger. That's a funny looking. That must be their big dog.
Their horse and the dog.
Yeah. Okay. So same thing right here. If there's little dashes, that's how many there are. Okay. So let's do this. Now this is what you do now instead of sharing it with Instagram. So I'm going to click here on photo. I'm going to pick the original photo that I did here. Okay. I'm going to hit done. And I'm going to say, I love working with like-minded people. Abby. So do you say Abby Real Estate or Abby Realty?
Realty.
Okay, Abby Realty is killing it. And I know you're killing it everywhere, but I'm just going to say on the north side because we're on the north side.
NAWF.
What?
North side.
There you go. North side. All right. Boom. So now I can tag just like before, but this is where things have changed. When I hit share, it's going to give me the option to do newsfeed, which is what you've always been able to do. What you want to do now is have it visible in your story. Change your settings to public, right? And so now it's going to show up in my story and on my feed. This will get 3 times the amount of views, okay? So if I click on my story, there you guys are, okay? You can put live in your live shows up in your story now too. So that's kind of cool. Brandy Whitmire, yeah, pretty much sums it up. Cute, okay. So, any questions on that? Awesome. All right, who's got an iPhone? Pull them out. We're going to do a shortcut. So if you have any questions on this, let me know. Now we're going to jump over to shortcuts. This is one of the most important things I'm going to teach you. So write this down. In order to grow your business, which I want you to grow so I can do more of your loans, Momentum wants it so they can do more of your business, Frank wants it so he can make a little more money for his family, and what we really want is we want it for you guys so you can change your life, okay? So there's 3 things you have to do to grow your business and scale it. You have to leverage 3 things. The first thing you have to leverage is time. So there's 2 ways to leverage time. You can either get up earlier and stay up or stay later. You can either just work more, right? I mean, there's 24 hours a day. If you work 16 hours, you're going to get more accomplished than you do if you work 6. So you can either get up early or stay later. So who gets up really early and works out? Okay. The people that look fit in the room. Good job, right? It's no surprise, right? And I see on Facebook you guys are doing that stuff. All right, here's the thing. I get up, what time do you get up?
4:30.
4:30. I got up at 4:40 this morning. I peed, I went back to bed till about 6:15. I could have easily stayed up and maybe, I have a gym in my one-car garage. It has a TV, it's really cool. It's a great place to store a bunch of crap. I can't get to the treadmill now, right? So here's the thing, I know if I got up early and I worked out, I probably wouldn't look like this, okay? I get it. All right, here's the problem with that. It's not sustainable, okay? You guys that have implemented it into your lives, because we always find time for things that are important to us, that becomes a habit. We talked about that in the last class. But working harder by working longer hours is not sustainable. You will burn out. It's just a fact. If you work out every single day at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and you don't let your body rest, you'll burn out. Your body will start to break down. It actually has the opposite effect. But I still recommend that you do that. Woohoo! Loans, CTCs. We got a closing on Friday. The wire's already at title and docs are already at title. So here's what we're going to do. You can leverage that. Now, the next thing you can leverage, which leverages time, is people. This is if you start getting so busy, we should sit down and have a conversation of how you can start building a team. Now, here's the problem when you build a team. You're only going to get about 60% production out of the person you have join your team. And you know I'm right, because you've built teams and been managing people. Here's why. They're not you. It's not their money. As much as I love April when she's here, it's still not her money that she's spending every day when she goes out there to do something. It's my money. So I'm going to be much better with my money than she's going to be, because her thought is, well, if I get a result here, that's great. And I'm looking like, what's my ROI? What's this? What's this? Okay? And that's okay. If you understand that, and then you have to figure out what motivates people, then you can get more production. New home sales is a perfect example. You see those communities where they sell 20 homes with one agent, and then they pull a second salesperson in there, and they think they're going to sell 40? They don't. They sell 30. Because you're covering more, and you're getting more hours, but you're not doubling your business. All right? Now, the third thing is what I'm about to show you. This is probably the most important. Leveraging technology. I'm going to teach you how to do shortcuts on your phone and be able to send out canned responses, very generic responses, the things that you send every single day. And instead of being able to only talk to, 2 people an hour, or 3 people an hour, or 4 people an hour, you're going to be able to talk to 20 or 30 people an hour. All right? All right. So if you have an iPhone, this is for iPhone only, I'm sorry, but I did hear that the new Androids have this. You're just going to have to YouTube how to do it. Okay? Now I can show you the old way Androids did it, because I had an Android. So we're going to go here to Settings. And then I want you to go down here to General. And then scroll to Keyboard. And I want you to hit Text Replacement. Now, these are all of my text replacements, all right? Now, what you do is you'll hit the plus sign. You're going to type out or copy and paste. If it was me and it's a real long one, what I'd do is I would just go type it out, email it to yourself, copy it, then come over here and paste it, because it doesn't do it like this. It does it like this, and you're only going to see about 7 words, okay? But whatever you want to type goes here, and then your shortcut is what you want to type. So I'm going to give you an example. So, see, hello, here's my personal. All I type is APP. If I type APP in space, it shows up. Oops. CP loans. The first step in the process is to fill out an application. It's literally this long. So now I'm going to show you. Okay? And it can be used on anything. It can be used on Facebook. It can be used via text. So like I'll just go here. And I'm going to say Rosemary. All right. So you saw me do app. So you're about to get a bunch of text. So app, APP, boom. Let's see. So I sent that. And then I'm going to say CP loans. Oops, not CP loans. And all that was just sent.
Pretty cool.
Oh, it's probably awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay? Now, here's where I want you guys to use it. And I'm going to actually show you an example. We'll see if someone responds. But here's what you guys saw from me. So did anybody see my post where I said I have 5 leads in a certain side of town? If you'll commit, who wants them? Did y'all see that post? Okay, so there were 94 comments for 5 leads. I mean, mathematically, that doesn't really work. Now, I had more than 5 leads, but here's what I did. This is how I farmed for 2 hours. And I had got 6 appointments. I've already got 1 pre-approved buyer from an agent I've never spoken to. So you're right, I am on fire. All right, so here's what I do. I say, lead 1. When you respond, the first thing you get is, great, I have a couple leads, I'm looking to start some new relationships. Are you open to the opportunity of hearing more about and helping our referral partners grow? It's something I typed all the time. What I did, I made it very generic. I can send it to every single agent, right? And if you're like, yeah, I'm interested in that, then I hit training 1. I will also send you some training videos. Then I hit training 2. Now, notice, that took all of 4 seconds for me to send that, and now you've got the link to my training videos. I'm going to free up hours and hours and hours of your week, hell, even in your day. So now you respond back, and I take the conversation wherever it goes, and then I hit training 3. Awesome. Keep me posted. Let's get together for... Everyone got the same message. So I was able to sit there and correspond while I was watching television with my family, and very ininvasively. I didn't have to be, oh, let me see what's going on. I was just like, boom. And I knew what to kind of expect from the response. And I was able to talk to 40-something realtors, just boom, 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 right? And then I farmed groups or comments saying, hey, I just sent you a PM. All right? Now, here's one. So, listing booster. So the first question you ask, I don't have this short text, is this. So I'm about to send you all the scripts. Is this Rosemarie? Is this Ann? Is this April? And they're going to say, yes. Who's this? And I'm going to say LB1. Now, hi, this is Chad with the Home Insider team. We received your request on a listing at. Now, you know what listing it came from, so then you just have to actually copy and paste the address. And then I say, real quickly, LB2. Hey, I just wanted to see if you had any preferences, neighborhood, so we can be sure to only send you the things you want and not waste your time with anything you don't. Take the conversation where it goes, LB3. Whoop, not KB, LB. Great, let me get my team to start working on a list for you. That's how you can follow up, because you guys, if you would truly work Listing Booster, you're going to get hundreds of leads.
That's where I was getting really stuck.
I know. That's why I teach the class.
And I'm
now.
like, if I'm busy with something else, I'm like, I'll get to it later, and then you're like, wait, where was that?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Yeah. All right. Any questions on that? Now, on Android, what you have to do is that I believe in the newer Android phones, there is a text replacement option. If there's not, you have to type it out, hold it down, and it'll say copy to clipboard. You hit yes. And then when you go to your clipboard, you put a lock on it, because the problem with clipboards is it keeps moving it down every time you save something. So you put a lock on it that says do not unlock. If you want to do the same thing, you would hold down the button in here and say paste from clipboard, click clipboard, and then it'll be there, hit it. It's the same thing. It's one extra step, but it's easy, okay? All right, so let me show you how this works in real life. So I'm sure we've gotten some, so let's see. So I'm going to type in here, listing booster. Actually, my hot homes leads, if you guys are on those, it's the same concept, okay? Let's do this, because I am concerned, because I just did this class yesterday. I probably haven't had that many, so I'm just going to do hot homes. All right, so because it's the same concept. In fact, the lead came in while we were here. All right, so I'm gonna scroll on this. Now, the difference here, guys, is 90% of these have phone numbers. All right, on Listing Booster they don't. So I'm just gonna take the same approach though. So here's an email address. I'm gonna hold the email address down. This is on iPhone only, unfortunately. This is how you're gonna use your iMessage. So right here it says mail, add existing, create. This person does not have an iPhone attached to this email address. Okay, so unfortunately I'm going to have to just email them. All right, so we're going to scroll through here. I'm going to pick another one. Same thing, email address only. So this is what I was going to say. Same thing. Same thing. Which in this case it's not as big a deal, just because I have the phone number. All right, now here's one that's different. Facebook Messenger. That means even on Listing Booster, if I only have this email address is connected to her iMessage. If I hit message, it's blue. So if you have an iPhone, you know this. If you send a text message to an Android, it's green. If you send it to another, right? So I forgot her name. So let's see. Her name is Kajunta Hillis. All right, so
Miss Hillis.
we're gonna go with that. So here's what we're gonna do. Is this Hillis?
What about that's a male? You never know.
Hey, Hillis.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Hillis. All right, we'll go with her first name. Y'all remember how to spell it?
No.
K-Y.
I was wondering if
That's it.
J-U-N-T-A.
TA.
You could just put K Hillis.
That sounds so informal.
Let's find it. Let's find a different one.
That sounds like
That was a little tough.
sounds like you're a robot.
You just never know.
No, you're right.
Is this our white? You definitely don't know who I am.
Yeah.
Then you pissed them off.
I guess Androids are more.
Killing me here. But I'm going through them pretty quickly.
All these Android users.
I know. What the hell's wrong with these people?
That's the way to go.
They just don't know. All right. Let me find the listing.
I prefer not to touch it. What do you have?
All right. Oops. Nope. So this is Listing Booster. So look at all the leads she just got in. Oh, there we go. All right. So what's this dude's name? Lady's name? Dana. All right. So here we go. Is this Dana? We get about a 60% response rate. Here's the thing. She might respond and say, yes, who's this? All right?
She might just ignore it and say, I'm not touching that.
But here's what we know. She's seeing it because it's an iPhone. And it's going to show up right down here in her iMessage. Okay? So what I would do, since I have her email address and I have a pretty good idea of, she picked a Listing Booster house, so we have an address. We know where it is. It might be in Katy, Woodlands, wherever. Oh, another lead just came in. So what we would do is I would say, you know, if she doesn't respond, I might then go ahead and send, this is Chad with the Home Insider team. You requested some information. I want her to respond preferably, but if not, I might still send those two canned ones. If she still doesn't respond, that's when you start to have fun with her. Hey, I'm stalking you. Just kidding. Like, someone respond. I know you see me. I see you. Okay, probably don't get that creepy. But what I would do is I'd probably send her a list, 3 to 5 homes in that area, and say, hey, I just sent you a list. Not sure if you got it. Did you receive it? Was it what you were looking for? Because the reality is, guys, is we know it's showing up. 99% of text messages get read. Now, she might get scared because she's like, right? But if we offer something of value with no obligation, she might come around. Now, I converted one of these Listing Booster leads in the middle of class with a group of 20 agents. The lady responded and said, I work, and it was funny because everyone got all excited, which if she starts typing, y'all might too. And they're like, oh my God, she's responding. And I'm like, duh. Like, that's what they do because they're requesting information, okay? And the lady informed me that she worked for a bank. She had been there 5 years. She did not need a loan. She was already pre-approved. She just needed a real estate agent. I screenshotted everything. It was actually an agent in the class. I try to find the ones that are in the class. And I basically handed it to the agent. I said, look, here's all the screenshots. She wants information. Just send her a list. And I said, great, because at this point, she's communicating with me, not the agent. Because I am the concierge at the Home Insider Group. I'm safe. I'm not going to make her do anything. I'm just getting her the information she requested. 4 days goes by. I hit the agent. I'm like, hey, did you send the list? Because you didn't CC me on it. Oh, no, I didn't have a phone number. Why do you need a phone number? You're communicating with her technically via text. And you did nothing for her. So why wouldn't you have just sent a message and said, hey.
Text her like that.
Exactly. Duh. Oh. Okay. 4 days later, I messaged the buyer. Hey, this is how I knew. Did you get the list? She's like, no, I didn't. So that's when I reached out to the agent. And I was like, what are you doing? Well, by this time, the lady had already started getting a list from somewhere else.
Okay.
No, I'm good. Because I was like, oh, let me make sure you get it. No, I'm good. Okay? So, my point, guys, is if you get someone on the hook, have the canned stuff. But if you say you're going to do something, do it. See, What percentage of you suck?
90?
92%. That's NAR, by the way. Welcome to the club. Okay, here's why. This is why people don't use their agent again, because situations like this. Someone said they were going to do something, and then they didn't. Trust is actions built over time. Had this lady just sent her a list and said, hey, I sent you a list, did you get it? Hey, I sent you another list, did you get it? Did you like it? Did you? The lady's going to start to say, this is unlike any other agent that's called me before, because people have told me they were going to send me lists before.
Yeah, people have no patience right now.
No, well, not in this world, because look, you know, hell, even my bank's sending me messages, probably like, you need more money, you know, but I mean, all over the place. I mean, I've got a lead that just came in here, you know, 3 messages, 10 emails, 15, I mean, we are bound to these things. They want information like this, okay? All right, any questions on shortcuts?
I had an experience of sending the list. So I tried to contact them, they didn't answer me.
Yep.
I tried to email them, they didn't answer either. So
Yep.
I just automatically send the list.
Absolutely.
I see that they call me and look at my list.
Yeah.
But then they said to me, and then I called them again. I said, well, I see you look at the list.
Mhm.
Now, which house do you want to look at?
Mhm.
And then they told me that, I'm sorry, we already have agents. But they used my list.
Okay, here's the thing.
That
Oh,
happens.
let's talk about that. So, I already have an agent, not a problem. Here's the thing, Ian, you had requested some information, so I'm just going to keep sending you a list every week. Why? Where have you asked to represent them? Someone walks into an open house. Currently working with an agent? Yeah, I'm working with Frank over at Abbey Realty. Awesome. Tell you what, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a list. Let me get your name and number. I'm an expert in the area. I'm going to send you a list tonight, because this is just one house and there's others and I know a lot of them. And I'm going to just send this to you, and then you and Frank should go take a look at them. Okay. And then on Tuesday, you send another list. Hey, I forgot to do this. Hey, you and Frank should go look at them. Then you do the same open house on Saturday. You call them on Thursday and say, hey, I know you kind of like the house I was doing the open house in. Are you going to be out looking at homes this weekend? You should bring Frank, your agent. That way, if you like it, y'all can write a contract. Sell the home. Win for you. By about Wednesday or Thursday, if you've actually done that and they're not really working with Frank, they just know Frank.
Right.
They might say, man, Frank didn't get back with me because he was busy writing a $700,000 deal that I don't know anything about, and would you help me? George Kentoupas did that in an open house. And the lady said, and I think you guys have heard me say this, but the lady basically said, would you represent me? I'm not really working with an agent. I met one last week at an open house, and the lady won't call me back. She told me to just tell everyone I was working with an agent, because y'all are sneaky. People know agents everywhere. I mean, hello, there's 40,000 of you. They're going to know an agent, but that doesn't mean they're going to use them. And maybe they used them, but maybe they get into a tiff. Maybe whatever.
A lot of times they don't respond. They do like know someone, but there's so many different opportunities. If you're the first one there, they'll use you. Or I had one, they said, well, I already have an agent, but she's not really from the area. And I'm like, well, great, I'm an expert in that area. So let me send you this, and we're working together. So just continue the relationship.
How many of you are single? Only one. All right, well, poor you. All right, how many have ever been single? All of us. That's a safer one. All right, okay, dating, right? People like to date. Why do you like to date? Because it's fun, and you're flirting, and right? It's like, you're so funny, you're so funny, right? I mean, that's basically what you guys are doing. I mean, that's what you guys are doing. But what do you guys do? So, did you sign a buyer's rep agreement? I'm not going home with you, weirdo. No. Offer something of value with no obligation. That's the flirting. That's the reason to call back. That's the, hey, here's some information. Did it work? None of you have so much business in here that you couldn't do that. And if you do, we're going to now leverage people, and we're going to scale. Jimmy Franklin's team did $220 million last year with 6 people. They have scaling down to a science. Everyone knows exactly what they're supposed to do. Their follow-up is ridiculous. Yes, they have builder accounts, but you still have to follow up with the salespeople to make yourself known. You still have to do other things, okay? So my point, guys, is there are tons and tons of people who know an agent, but that doesn't mean they're going to use them. Otherwise, all the people you see on social media that are your friends that didn't use you would have used you. Aha! Yeah, that one struck a nerve. Or they would have used me, or they would have used whoever, right? So provide something of value, no obligation. All right, any questions about that? I'm going to go over to the last thing today. Hashtags. Who uses hashtags? Okay, so what's your hashtag, Rosemary?
Real estate of Houston, whatever, gated community, pool homes,
Okay.
Abbey Realty, but I don't really know like what their algorithm is. I just throw them out there kind of like blindly. So.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to teach you, okay? What about you?
No, I do the same thing.
But what is it? What's yours?
I don't have one. I
Oh,
just use
you-
whatever I think of.
Yeah.
So you don't have one that you consistently use?
No.
No,
Okay.
it's just like,
Well, they do. So what's the one you guys use?
All I do is realtor.
Yep. Okay.
I made one for my kid too, by the way.
All right.
So, super cute.
And obviously Abbey Realty and that kind of stuff. So here's the deal. All hashtagging is branding.
Yes.
When I say Nike, what do you think of?
Just do it.
Just do it. I mean, it's simple. Okay? We want to do the same thing. Notice everything we're talking about in these classes is about you being able to brand yourself. All right? So Eli Torres is rely on Eli. Hashtag rely on Eli. Simple, quick, catchy. So the other day in some group, lab coats or something, they were looking for a referral in the Houston area. And about 14 people said rely on Eli. Hashtag rely on Eli. Hashtag rely on Eli. That person could click on that hashtag, and then every hashtag ever that Eli has put on there would show up.
oh wow.
All right. So my hashtags are hashtag imperfect action
Zillow
takers and hashtag Zillow killer. So if you go to Facebook right now, in fact, let's do this. Oh, that's my messenger. If you go to Facebook right now and you type in hashtag Zillow.
So it's just on Facebook?
No, this is just the first place.
Oh.
All right. So anything with Zillow is going to come up. Oh wait, no, not Zillow. Zillow killer. Hell no, it's not Zillow. All right. Oh look, there's all I do is realtor. What is hashtag Zillow killer? Watch the video to find out. Okay, so this is George telling people how he's converted leads of mine and closed them. So, and how much money we put in his pocket. Oh wait, here's another agent that said the same thing. She's told people that we made her $70,000 extra last year, right? There's a whole bunch of them if you scroll through. Now there's some that are, now the other thing you're gonna see if I hit zero all.
You need to make sure someone doesn't already have it, right?
Nope,
Because
that is incorrect. See, aren't we glad we're having this class? You want people to have it because here's the thing. If it's good, if all of you push Abbey Realty, then it becomes a well-known brand. Hashtag Remax. Who the hell hadn't heard of Remax? Hashtag KW Cares. Who hasn't heard of Keller Williams? Okay? So no, you want, now you need your own unique one, right? So she posted something of mine that was just some other total video, right? On VA loans. But it showed up under hashtag Zillow killer. So every time, so if I'm talking to an agent and I'm like, hey, you want to know about branding? Go Google, or, well, if you Google it, the reason why I want hashtags, if you Google it, I'll show up in the Google searches too. But on Facebook, which is the #2 search engine, look, I mean, this is all my stuff. And this is, you know, Shan posted something of mine. Why? Because that thing had hashtag Zillow killer. So if I'm talking to an agent, I say, you want to know how to brand yourself? Do this, and you pull me up, you're going to see me everywhere. This just gave me social proof. Because it's not only my stuff, it's people that shared my stuff. Okay? So you need two things. You need one that's, so mine is those two. Those are my big ones, okay? I'm getting ready to add 3 more. Haven't figured out what they are yet, but they're going to be awesome. Chad is awesome. Hashtag Chad is awesome. Right? So there was a time you used to say, and this is so corny, right? But y'all remember that's the bomb.com, right? I mean, we used to say everything was the .com, right? All I do is realtor.com. I mean, that was how people talked. It's corny as hell looking back, but that's what we did, right? I'm so hungry.com. I mean, whatever, right? Well, that's all hashtags are, but there's no website. Now, if you can get the website to all I do is realtor.com, that's even better. But what you want is you want unique ones that are specific to you, and then you want things like hashtag Abbey Realty.
okay.
Hashtag, you know, your local realtor. Hashtag. So here's why. If someone is interested, this helps Frank, but it also helps you. If you work at a brokerage where it's you and one other person, and you're telling me how great you are and that you're amazing, and then I go and I type in hashtag Abbey Realtor and it's you and one other person, they're the only people that have ever used it, I'm like. But if I get on here and there's hundreds and hundreds of posts, well, it doesn't tell me on this one. on one of the ones I did the other day, I mean, it showed there was like 400 or 500 posts in the last however many months, right? So that gives you that. And if you go here to Instagram, hit the little search button. Well, oh, by the way, look at that. I created a shortcut for my hashtags. ZILL, hashtag Zillow Killer. So there's 123 posts on Instagram with Zillow Killer. IMP is Imperfect Action Takers. So I'm going to hit search. Click on it. So these are other people but these are the most recent. The Zillow Killer. All right. So here's the thing. Chances are that person, because it's Listing Booster, that's someone that works for us, because I started doing hashtag Zillow Killer, and then other people said, oh, can I use it? Absolutely. All right. But you can see, I mean, that's mine, a lot of it, that's mine, so it's a way for you to be branded. Now, on Instagram, they want 5. They want 5. If you want to really boost your Instagram traction, put 5 hashtags.
5 hashtags?
That's the new thing for Instagram. On Facebook, it's not as important to have 5. On Facebook, it's important to have emojis. That's why you'll see me put like fire and the house and those types of things. And still do some. So I'm going to start putting 5 probably on mine just to see. I'm going to do some beta testing, but it has been proven right now that Instagram wants 5. So just come up with 5. I'm the workout realtor. I'm the this. I'm the that. I'm the whatever. Hashtag. I mean, you can be whatever. Okay. But hashtags are how do people view you and think of you. Okay. Let's see. The short bus. All right. So I am a chairman of the Short Bus. This is a nonprofit that I'm on the board of. It's just getting started, as you can see. But my buddy is in a wheelchair. He wanted to do something for the public where people could. Basically, what we're doing is we're restoring this thing. We just put the rims and tires. It's got like $1,500 headlights. We're redoing the whole thing. He's got a whole pamphlet. We look for sponsors, all this kind of stuff. These are just things he put on there because he's already got sponsors. But notice all this right here. Okay, these are his current sponsors, right? Mm-hmm. So if you click on any of these, then we're going to take it to theirs. So we were at the Lone Star Rally like this. Actually, that's where that photo comes from. And a group that had like, I think it was 1 million followers, liked and commented on his deal and shared it. And then next thing you know, like his post just got blown up. And then actually people started reaching out to him. Because his big thing is he has muscular dystrophy. He went into a wheelchair. He's a vice president of Bank of America. His wife's an attorney. His thing is just because you have, limitations that life hands you doesn't mean your life has to be limited. And so the whole purpose of the bus was to go and be able to pick up kids from hospitals and take them to events, those types of things, because his legs don't really work at all. Okay, unfortunately, the disease will eventually kill him. Okay, but the hashtags is what really got things going, because like I said, if I click on any of these hashtags, so look, here's pictures of the bus. This is pictures of the build, doing what we're doing. They have 24,000 followers. Okay, and then all the other things that go associated, with that. All right, same thing. I mean, they only have 2,000, but they're showing their work. Okay, so what happens is just like what we talked about before. Oops, that's the same one I just did. Okay, so they have 1,100. So what we talked about before is he now taps into all the people that are following them by hashtagging them. Okay. So you might want to hashtag, I don't know, realtor or realtor life or something like that, because there's going to be a ton of people that fall in that category. But have something that's unique just to you. And work it and work it and work it. And everything that you do on social media should have it on there. You guys see that I put imperfect action takers on tons of stuff. I mean, I put it up in the stuff on Snapchat. I'll put it in the verbiage. Okay? All right. What other questions? That's pretty much it today. I know I've given you guys a lot of information. What kind of questions do you have for me? Yes?
Firstly, I know Hootsuite.
Yes, do not do it.
Post in all
Don't do
the
it.
social. No.
No.
No use.
Don't use any sites that post to multiple areas. Remember we talked about in class 1 EdgeRank, the SEO for social media, or for Facebook mainly? Hootsuite and those other sites give you no SEO. I'm sorry, no EdgeRank. If you go look at a post that you did with Hootsuite, it'll probably have 1 or 2 likes. Facebook rewards you, and all social medias, which is why I tell you to go into each one. I mean, I just went in less than an hour and did a whole bunch of stuff, right? I mean, literally, you can hit every single one in 10 minutes. All social media sites, whether it's Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, reward you for organic growth. They want you to be present with whatever it is you're doing. Hootsuite was the first big one, though, that did it. There's others, too.
And second thing is, for your video last week, I was not here in the class, so I watched the video, and there was one thing about a treater. You said you harvest treater, the people who come to the Woodlands or Conroe, and
yes.
I wonder how can you incubate those leads, or how can you add them into your Facebook, or how can you extract their email address out of the treater? So
Well, you don't need to. So moving to, look. Moving to, Frank, you got good ones if they're actually watching the videos, because they're not short. So moving to the Woodlands. Okay, so let's just go find. We're moving, now she's a realtor, so that probably isn't gonna work. But that's somebody who said, oh, no, okay. So in 2015, she said she was moving to the Woodlands. Had you done this and found her in 2015, you could have captured her, but she's a real estate agent. I actually work with her. So we're moving into, so that was February 11th. Renee loves her new kitchen, so that's awesome. Well, y'all moving to the Woodlands with us. There was one where I did one, I guess, moving to Katy, and the guy said, you know, and, I mean, you could do Houston, it's probably gonna have more people. You know, especially if there's a lot of things that are changing right now. So move to Houston. So look, here's what's funny. Notice, I mean, there's not a lot of people that like that stuff because no one really wants to kind of join a group for moving to Houston. They just want to tag themselves saying that they're moving to Houston. Now you'll see folks where they'll say, oh, that was, so see y'all. So one guy posted that he was moving to Katy or wherever, and he said, and I'm looking for a job. So what you would do is you'd friend that guy, reach out to him and say, well, what line of work are you in? You know, this stuff takes time, okay? It's just farming.
how can you friend him from Twitter to?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh, from Twitter? From Twitter, you don't have to be friends. You can just comment. You can like it, retweet it, and then comment to him. But you can do the same thing here on Facebook. Look at this. 4 minutes ago, everybody go friend Veronica. On to the next chapter of my life, making a big decision to move to Houston.
Don't you have to be friend, like if they have certain settings
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
you're
look at
friends
this.
on Facebook?
Yeah, all right. Construction and remodeling. She lives in Dallas. Cool. Add as a friend.
No, but if you can't, like if you're not friends, you can't comment on her page, right?
I don't know. Let's see.
Depends on if they have-
I can like it though, and I just showed up.
It says comment.
Houston is awesome. Oh, look at there. And then when she accepts my friend request, I'll private message her. Now, not, hey, can I buy or sell real estate? Right? Hey, I see you're moving to Houston. Looks like you're in the construction business. Are you coming down because you got a bunch of work down here? I'm in real estate, and I know a lot of people that need construction work. You take it, don't make it all about you, make it about them. And then after the third or fourth, hey, when you get here, love to get together with you. Because here's the thing, maybe you establish a business relationship. You know, I don't know. You know, look, but you got kids, so if you got a kid, I mean, you can get pretty much anything you want. Oh, you're a Dallas Cowboy fan. That sucks. You're going to hate it in Houston. You know, but I mean, you can get a pretty good idea, you know, about, okay, so her little son went to the zoo. That's cute. Okay, now you have a decent idea what she looks like. Right? Now, she obviously can't even get on the Brazos Homeowners Association. So maybe she has family that lives here. I mean, in 2 minutes, we were able to get a pretty decent assessment. So, and then I would wait here and see if she friended me. Okay? But you can do the same thing on Twitter. So we go here to Twitter.
That poor woman is gonna get like 10, all of us saying, hey, you're
Yeah.
from Houston.
Well, but notice I did it very nice. Hey, Houston's awesome. Has nothing to do with real estate. Okay, so here you're going to use the search bar. Don't know anything about that. All right, so let's see. Moving to Houston. So a couple months ago, someone had tagged her. She's graduating. She's moving here. She probably is getting a job, right? I'm definitely relocating back to Houston next year. Okay, that was like a week ago. Maybe we should go say, cool, what part of Houston are you from? You know, then Monica comes in here and she's kind of throwing it in, right? But this is not what people really want to see, because this is all about her, not them, right? Work with Lance Roberts at Clarity Financial. All right, so watch. So I'm gonna be like, so I'm gonna tweet. That's awesome. Now I don't even know who the hell Lance Robert is or this guy, right? But that's awesome. What part of, you know, and there again, I might be trying to close the deal too soon. All right. So I showed up as one of his 7 replies. Oh, and now I like it. So he's going to see my stuff. So, I mean, I'm looking at that going, all right, dude's got a suit on, and he's working in the financial business. Now, maybe is he coming to buy right away, or is he going to rent? But if I start connecting with him now, maybe when he's ready, or maybe they're going to put him up in corporate housing, or maybe he's going to, I mean, I don't know. That's for y'all to figure out. But I just showed you a way to go find people that are coming here. U.S. District Judge, who's named national headline, will be relocating. Okay. You can find out entire companies. We talked about that last time, like if Shell or Exxon or Sunoco or whoever is coming here. Okay. But right there, I just showed you 4 or 5 people that are coming just like that. People have done this and converted them into deals. The number one reason why people don't convert them into deals is why? Because they don't do it. That's a great idea, Chad. And they go back to whatever it is they're doing. You know, this is one of those wonderful businesses that what you put in is what you'll get out. If you showed 15 customers this weekend, or you showed 2, what are the chances of you getting more deals out of the 15 than batting 1,000%?
A lot.
Anybody ever read Grant Cardone's book, 10X?
Yep.
Okay. It's one of the most boring books you could ever possibly read. Here, I'll give you this Cliff Notes version.
I listened
Do
to
10
it.
times the amount of work, get more results.
Yep.
I just summarized the whole thing. Saved you $30.
He just yells in here.
All he does, the entire book, is talk about just do 10 times the amount of work, talk to 10 times the amount of people. That's all it is. Do more, get more. It's worked out really well for him. He's got a plane.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, but here's what's funny. He rents. It drives me crazy because his is a business book, not a real estate book. Okay? But for him, I guess it makes sense to rent. I don't know. Okay? But my point is it's very simple. Do more work, get more business. It doesn't get any easier than that. You're new. Just do a whole bunch of work.
Yeah.
You'll make a ton of money.
Yeah,
Super
for me,
easy.
everything is so new.
And you know, the key, and we're talking about a lot of these things, guys. I want you to just take 3 or 4 things and just do them. Don't try to implement everything. Like Frank said last time, just if you want to do Listing Booster, implement it. Here's the thing, if you're going to get Listing Booster, you're going to get a ton of leads. The next step is do the short, you got to follow up and do the short text. You could literally go through 50 leads in 15 minutes and find out if they had iMessage.
So is it for the listing booster, the seminar? So I did not join it. So is there on the online I can see?
You can watch the video, and then what we'll do is we can schedule a time to sit down and I can show you. Or you can catch a class that we do somewhere else. And we're going to do some refresher classes. Right now I'm just trying to get you enough to be really, really dangerous. And then we'll do refresher classes once or twice a month to kind of hone in on what you guys need. Okay? But I'm telling you guys, I have agents that are, I'm talking brand new, like yourself, that are closing deals off of what we're teaching because, no offense, you're too dumb to not know any better. You're like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Let me just go do it. It's those of you that have been doing it for a while that struggle because you're like, I've never done it, and it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah, because I'm not very top of all the social things. I even normally don't post anything on Facebook.
You will now.
You're gonna have to
You will now.
new
I don't
tricks.
do that.
So, I mean, April works with me. She doesn't like to do all that stuff. Guess what? We're doing a video shoot today at 2 o'clock in our professional recording studio. Because I'm like, you're coming to Houston? We're going to do a promotional video. We're going to do a vlog video. We're going to do that. You have to get out of your comfort zone.
For sure.
Yeah. I got a message this morning. They already confirmed. You know, and if you guys are not comfortable, I mean, you know, Frank's done a ton of videos. I mean, you can do them, you know, very generically. But if you need help, we have a professional recording studio. We will let you, if we do business together, you guys are more than welcome to come in. It's for our referral partners to come in and do stuff. We even have a 3D teleprompter. So if you're nervous about just kind of going off the top, you can actually write out your script and read it.